Hello, good morning, and welcome to our Rock Solid Kids online session at St. Peter's Church, Battersea. My name is Raheel and I'm the children's pastor, and it's lovely to have you here with us today. Now, last week we learnt about love, and we are following our Christian character series, and this week it's all about joy. You might have heard the phrase, "Today I feel joyful," or the question, "What brings you joy?" or "Someone so-and-so or is very joyful to be around." What does joy actually mean? It's simple. It's when you feel very happy inside for or about something. I have a question for you today. What makes you joyful, or what brings you joy? I have someone to share what brings them joy just in a second.
First, prayers makes me joyful and Beyblade makes me joyful.
Thank you for that, Joshua. Prayers indeed fill us with joy. Now, today's story is about joy. And the Bible also speaks in many occasions that where can we get our joy from? As I said, today's story is a little drama skit by the Davies family. So let's go and watch it together.
This is the story of two friends, Paul and Silas. Paul was a good friend of Silas, and Silas was a good friend of Paul's. And even better, they were both good friends of God. Their job was to tell people about how amazing God is. Can you give a big thumbs up to God as well, everybody? Lots of people liked what Paul and Silas had to say, but some people really didn't. Those people managed to get Paul and Silas thrown into jail. Oh dear, Paul and Silas were in jail. How do you think they must have felt? People were saying bad things about Paul and Silas, but they weren't these things at all. They both loved God and knew that He would look after them. So they decided to sing some songs and start praising God. They sang in the day and they sang in the night. About midnight, as they were still singing to God, suddenly the earth began to shake. Oh dear, it was an earthquake. An amazing thing happened. All the doors of the prison suddenly broke open. And Paul and Silas were free. The person in charge of the prison was amazed at how powerful God was, and he asked Paul and Silas how he could be friends with God too. The jailer was a happy man. This story shows that we can be joyful and trust that God will look after us even when we are in trouble or difficult times.
Thank you so much, Charlie, Steve, Libby, and Daisy, for that amazing story of Paul and Silas. I hope you all enjoyed watching that as much as I did as well. A question to think about. When we get sad or upset about something, we go and tell our parents, sometimes our friends, and share our troubles with them. And we are always encouraged to do the same with God as well. When we are in trouble, we tell God what our problems are, and we hope that He will help us soon. Paul and Silas had the similar experience when they were in trouble, when they were thrown in the jail for loving God, for being good people that they were. They told out their worries to God, And in that time, they knew that God is with them and God will help them. So they had this joy in their heart to keep praising God, to keep singing songs to Him and worshiping Him. We can still be like Paul and Silas, and in our difficult times, you can sing to God if you want, but also you can just join your hands and pray to God and talk to Him and tell Him about your difficulties, about things you're facing hardship in. And He listens and He answers prayers. Now, you might not get an earthquake as an answer, but God will definitely do something in His time. It takes sometimes it can take a bit of time, but we need to have that faith. We need to keep going and be loyal and obedient to God. Both things that we have learned in our past few Rock Solid sessions. So with that big joy in your heart, let us now pray together. And John will lead us in prayer.
Please give us the courage we need. Give the mothers patience and the children ears to listen. As in these times it's very difficult. And please deliver us and bring us from the sadness and sad. Everybody's feeling that. But Lord, please shine through and help us to be good people of your word. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, John, for popping over and sharing a prayer with us. Now, this week's memory verse, because we can have memory verse, can't we, is "The joy of the Lord is my strength," taken from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 10. I'll repeat it one more time. "The joy of the Lord is my strength." Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 10. Will you remember that? And now it's time for our craft, which is fairly simple for this week. All you've got to do is draw or write the words J-O-Y, joy, on a piece of paper and color them in. But most importantly, I would love for you to think, give yourself a few minutes, think about the things that really bring you joy, that really make you happy and joyful. Write those things in those alphabets, J-O-Y. Design them however you want, color them in the way you like, and if you want to, cut them out, stick them on a little corner or above your bed, and have fun with it. And when you wake up in the morning, remember that the joy of the Lord is your strength. And importantly, if you would like to share your crafts or your creations every week, do feel free to send them to me on this email address, raheel@spb.church, and it'll be lovely to mention them in our videos. So if you want to be a star and show everyone your beautiful, interesting crafts, do send them to me via the email address. Until next time, next week, this is Raheel signing out. Stay blessed, be happy, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.